right, so basically, it's a lot of people who don't understand who really wrote the Bible, right? So we see that we have King James Version, right? So a lot of people think King James wrote the Bible. Do you believe that to be true? Did King James write the Bible? Who wrote the Bible? A lot of people don't know who wrote the Bible. So this is what we're going to discuss today. Who wrote the Bible? Okay. So we're going to be reading out of the Compact Bible Dictionary. Vondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Okay. This is the Vondervan. Okay. All right. So we scroll over the Bible and then we hit the King James Version. Okay. When Elizabeth died in 1603, the crown was passed to James I, who had been King of Scotland for 37 years, as James VI. Several months after he ascended the throne of England, he authorized a new translation of the Bible to replace the Bishop's Bible. Okay? So, within 7 months of his reign, he authorized the Bible to be translated. He wanted his own translation, right? So, it was kind of like he contested the Bishop's Bible. Okay? So, he wanted his own translations. So he had to go to the Hebrew and Greek manuscripts because we know that the Bible was written in Hebrew and in Greek throughout time, right? Later on through Paul's journey, he was in Rome with the Greeks, right? And his writings were in Greek. 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6 groups. Okay, so he took 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of that time, right, who could translate from Hebrew to English and from Greek to English. Okay, so 47, and he divided them into 6 groups. Okay, 3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha. Okay, so the Apocrypha is also part of the Bible, right? The Apocrypha was taken out. Modern days, you wouldn't buy a Bible that have the Apocrypha inside of it, right? So if you get the original King James Version, Apocrypha is inside of the King James Version, right? The 1611 King James Version, right? Nowadays, you have to buy the Apocrypha separate, only if you know about it, because a lot of people don't know about the Apocrypha, right? So the Apocrypha is also part of the Bible. 2 of the groups met at Oxford, 2 at Cambridge, 2 at Westminster. Okay, so he split up the groups, right? 3 different colleges, right? When a group had completed its task, its work was submitted to 12 men. Okay, so when each group submitted their work, it was submitted unto 12 men, right? 2 from each panel. Okay, so there were 6 groups, so it was issued to 2 of each group, right? 2 members of each group, right? That's who it was submitted to, right? For final differences. So, right, they had their disagreements and how it was interpreted and the truth behind it, right? And sometimes it may even have been like a heated debate, right? Final differences of opinion were settled at general meeting of each company. In cases of special difficulty, learned men outside the board of revisers were consulted. Okay? Marginal notes were used only to explain Hebrew and Greek words to draw attention to parallel passages. Italics were used for words not found in the original but necessary to complete the sense. The revisers who received no financial remuneration for their work completed their task in 2 years. Okay? And 9 more months were devoted to a revision of their work by special committee consisting of 2 members from each group. Okay, so there was another 12 who were a special committee that devoted another 9 months of revising, okay, to get the final word because even in the Bible it got italicized writing, it got writings in red. All of them mean something, okay? In 1611, the new version was published. It did not win immediate universal acceptance, taking almost 50 years to displace the Geneva Bible in popular favor. In the course of time, slight alterations were made, especially in spelling, to conform to changing usage, but these were all done piecemeal by private enterprise. Its excellence is shown by the fact that after 350 years, it is still used in preface to any other version in the English-speaking Protestant world for both public and private use. Okay, so it didn't gain immediate attention, right? There were at that time it was another Bible that was popular called the Geneva Bible, right? But the Bible that was created before the King James was the Bishop's Bible, and I read the Bishop's Bible, and it basically says the same thing as the King James Bible, right? So the translation from Hebrew and Greek to English, they kind of got the same idea. It's not really too much different, right? It's probably the wording. That's probably the only difference is the wording that they choose, right? But the ideas are the same. The context is the same, right? So now that we have the understanding of the King James Version, right? We have the history behind it. Who wrote the Bible? Because we still don't know who wrote it, right? Where did the Hebrew and the Greek text come from, right? So I'm going to make a part 2 to this, okay? So you understand that King James did not write the Bible, right? He authorized the Bible to be translated. That's what we learned in this video today, okay? He had 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars in that day, divided into 6 groups, right? And it took them 2 years and 9 months to complete the 1611 King James Version when it was published, right? And given out. Part 2 is who actually wrote the Bible. So be on the lookout for part 2, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Also share. JTV, I'm out.